A little bit of revisionist history. Listen, I got a couple of friends who really don't know much about the backstories of how we got to where we are in the place of boxing. That is why I'm here. Pride myself on storytelling and connecting the dots for those who don't know. Or maybe those who don't remember. I got a couple of friends that, they smoke a little tree and they may drink a little bit, so they might, forget. So this is why I'm here. So let's talk about PBC and its inception. Now, for y'all that don't know, and a lot of y'all don't know, PBC is actually not a promotional body. Despite what some may say, PBC is a television series. I'm going to give you guys a chance to read what's here. Now, Al Heyman, what he did is pretty genius. He bought a lot of TV slots across television networks. So that included the likes of ESPN, FS1, Spike TV, CBS Partners, which was Paramount. Obviously, you guys know Showtime. Bounce TV. And NBC and NBC Sports. He took that from Kathy Duval, by the way. So let's dive into the PBC. So, bam. We're right off of the heels of Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. Forgive me if I got the dates wrong, but this is around 2015ish, so roughly 10 years ago, and we get the Premier Boxing Champions television show syndicated again across all platforms for everybody to watch for free. Boxing came back to network TV, people, and everybody was excited about it. Now, me at the time, I wasn't green in the sport. I knew about the sport. I knew about a lot of fighters. But I don't remember a time when boxing was on network TV. I'm an HBO baby. Showtime baby too. So I don't know about boxing being on CBS and NBC and ESPN. That was foreign to me. Well, I did know about Friday Night Fights with ESPN, of course. But those are Friday nights. Those weren't like major players. That wasn't Floyd. That wasn't Pacquiao. That wasn't Winky Wright. That wasn't B-Hop. That wasn't Oscar De La Hoya. And the countless names to go on and on and on and on. That wasn't Timothy Bradley. That wasn't Kendall Holt. That wasn't these guys. So I had no clue that boxing was ever really on network TV prior to the 70s. So this was actually cool because I actually got a chance to actually keep up with the sport the way that I actually wanted to. So when we talk about the PBC, we got to mention some of the stars, right? This is right off of the heels of Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. So we were going to usher in the next generation that was going to take us into the next 15 to 20 years of boxing. So let's think about those guys. One of the most promising guys was this dude, Ponytail, my boy Keith Thurman. He was out here killing it. He's coming off of, I think he's coming off of the Bundu fight. He has a WBA regular belt. Who wasn't excited to see Keith one time? Now, we're not talking about Keith runtime Thurman. We're not talking about washed up Thurman. This is a Thurman with a hairline, and he had the ponytail. Come on now, it's one of the most exciting boxers in the game. Oh, you can't forget about the no-look left hook. This is Danny Garcia, fresh off of his victory against Lucas Matisse. Come on, bro. Well, he had a shaky fight in Puerto Rico, but still, it's Danny Garcia, right? He's one of the most excited junior welterweights moving up to welterweight. Said he couldn't make weight no more, and look where he is. He's standing in the middle of his home, Barclays Center, right? Who didn't want to see Danny Garcia at the time, right? Especially against Keith Thurman, right? Although his name was Showtime, right? Ain't nobody was watching him on there. He was on Showbox, but he got a chance to be on PBC network television to raise his profile and show everybody that he was the best welterweight. He was the best running back in boxer in, you know what I mean. Yeah, but Shawn Porter was there too. And although he did have a shaky performance, and not a shaky performance, although he came off of a loss to Marcos Maidana, he showed a lot of heart in that fight. He fought back, got dropped twice, lost. Came back and regained a victory. Who didn't want to see that man? AB, always balling, athletic mastiff, Adrian Broner, who was the heir apparent to Floyd Mayweather, right? There was rumors of him probably fighting Manny Pacquiao, and quite frankly, He was the biggest name coming over. He had just came off of his HBO fight. He just crossed over to Showtime, and he was looked at as the lead guy when it came to marketing PBC. Bringing him to network television, that was basically an automatic win, right? But let's talk about somebody right now. We got to hone in on somebody who was an unlikely candidate to actually plant his flag, carry the PBC mantle for a while on his back. Let's see if you guys can guess. I knew my audience was intelligent. Of course, you guessed it right. It was this man, the Bronze Bomber. And when he's in New York, he's the Bronx Bomber. Deontay Wilder. This fight right here set him up to be actually the guy who was PBC's greatest asset. Because guess what? We were coming off of the Klitschko's, baby. The most boring times in heavyweight boxing. The Cold War. And guess what Deontay Wilder ended up capturing right here? The WBC title. The belt that everybody seems to want. He had the #1 belt. The only belt that anybody really seems to know. I don't know, maybe because it's green and gold. Who knows? But Deontay Wilder, he was the unlikely, the unsung hero of PBC. The ugly duckling of the group. If I say so myself, he really was the guy that was looked at as the man when it came to PBC. I just need you guys to really think about it. And on the back burner, not trying to disrespect anybody, but on the back burner was a prospect at 154. Yes, I said it. 154. Errol Spence Jr. was also a new signee of PBC. So guess what? Al Heyman had it all set up. He literally had so many heir apparents to the great Floyd Mayweather that this television show had to work, right? The mastermind himself. He had it all planned out, all mapped out. He was going to run boxing and rule for a long time. But little did we know. Would it really work? Could it really work? I mean, Al Heyman was known as a guy that was going to bring boxing back to network television. He was going to get fighters paid correctly and fairly, right? All while abiding by the Muhammad Ali Act. And then the fighters were actually going to promote themselves. So if you really think about it, boxing was really going to go back to its glory days, where not only would you see boxing on public television and network television and even smaller miniature platforms, but maybe you'll even see boxers on TV shows, commercials, guest analysts on sports shows. Who knows? The possibilities were limitless because Al Heyman, for y'all that don't know, he's associated with all types of musical acts. For y'all that don't know, Al Heyman is actually the Guinness Book of World Records for the most successful tour of the 1980s. Michael Jackson's Bad Tour. So, you know the bag comes with Al. So, if we were doing a rewind and we were in 2015, what do you think played out when it came to the PBC? Yeah. Is PBC on public TV now? I don't know. You guys tell me in the comment section. But guess what? This is the introductory to PBC. It was all good just a week ago. Y'all like, subscribe, share with your mommies, your aunties, your fathers, your brothers, your sisters. But make sure y'all subscribe, y'all, and share it. Peace.